As you know, holiday season's here, and for the family members of the nearly 19,000 Floridians who've died of COVID-19, this will be extremely hard. Sadly, family get-togethers look a lot different these days, if they're happening at all. I want to bring in our resident psychotherapist now, Jennifer Tomko, Clarity Health, for how to navigate mourning a loss of a loved one while still celebrating the holidays with those we love. Jen, I'm glad to be with you, and I'm guessing there is a reason we have your family dog with us right now as we're talking about this. What's going on?
Well, we're talking about grief today, and a big part of grief is finding ways of finding joy, and that we can hold two experiences in our hands at the same time. Meaning, like, we can go through the grieving process, but we can also feel love and joy at the same time.
What is that process?
And he makes me feel joy.
Yeah, he makes me feel joy too, just looking at it. What does that process look like, Jen? You know, celebrating the holidays while dealing with this grief and mourning a loss. You know, what's the process?
So whether it's our first holiday without a loved one or the 10th holiday, we're still going to go through at least a mini grieving period during the holidays without that person present. So as I had just said, we can find joy, but also be sad that day. So we need to focus on limiting the amount of time we spend grieving that day. It's okay to feel sad, but we sometimes have to set a timer. Like, I'm going to give myself 5 minutes to just like cry and grieve, and then I'm going to pull it together, and I'm going to go the next couple hours, and I'm going to sit down and grieve again. So I want us to give ourselves permission to go through that process. It's actually really healthy.
Jen, so many feelings come with grief, you know, sadness, extreme sadness, feeling anxious. You know, how do we manage that anxiety if that's something we're feeling as we're mourning a loss?
You know, it's inevitable. I mean, any major change, the holidays bring around anxiety anyway, but really try to fill the time with positive things. Be realistic about your emotions. Again, like try to manage the good and the bad and recognize they can both be there at the same time. But as far as memorializing somebody who you've lost, there's lots of great ways to do that. Some of them are to have a photo of that person at the table, or light a candle in their honor, make their favorite dish, tell stories that make you laugh about that person. But you can make that person a part of your holiday even though they can't be present. And that is really healing and healthy.
All right, Jen, I know we all appreciate your perspective. Just a tough time overall. Jen, thank you.
Thank you.